All right. Test.
Test.
I'm bringing whoever in 5, 4, 3.
Well, hello out there, and welcome to segment number 3 of Convincing Idiots. I'm Millennial Nick, along with Gen X Brian and Zennial Dean, and we're glad that you're here for this third and final segment of Convincing Idiots. Because if you weren't here, well, we'd be lost. We'd be lonely, as if we were stranded on a desert island. And in the spirit of that, that's exactly what we're going to talk about tonight. Gentlemen.
What sex toys we bring to a desert island?
That's a good tease for an episode to come. For right now.
You said come.
I did. It's double meaning there. See? Look at that. Yeah. Dualism. There you go. So we are going to discuss our top television shows that if we were stranded on a desert island, and by some miracle we had access to electricity and the complete works of 5 different television shows, which ones would we each choose to bring with us? Now, reminder, even though you have access to television, you do not have, to electricity. You can't see anything new. You don't have bunny ears. There's no streaming. It's just the series that you brought with you, the TV shows that you have
of every episode of
every
said TV show you choose.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So,
and it doesn't have to be about an island.
No. It doesn't have to be. No, it does not have to mirror your situation in this scenario. No, you can.
When I text you guys that, I'm laughing at myself. All right. To the audience here, when we said about this, when they brought up this topic, I made the joke about that after Gilligan's Island and Survivor or Lost or whatever fucking show, I said there's not a lot of desert shows, and then you guys rattled off a whole bunch. I'm like, oh shit! Did they not get the? That was a joke.
No,
that I was.
We knew. I knew. We were running with it. I think, but yeah. Sometimes you take a joke, you pick it up, and you run along with it.
Sure. Well,
although it's not my preferred method personally. If I'm following up on a joke, I prefer to ride along with it, and there's no better way to ride along with a joke than on your brand new electric bike from our friends at RPM Bike Shop. That's right. It is the most comic friendly way to get around town. That's right. Ride along with the jokes.
But you
with an electric bike from RPM Bike Shop. They're located in Carrollton, Ohio. Not too far from here. All you have to do is give them a call, 330-808-7792, or go ahead and see for yourself. Go to their Facebook page and search RPM Bike Shop to see the amazing and quality electric bikes that they have to offer you. You can also see that and so much more on their website, rpmbikeshop.com. So, laugh your way into a new wonderful relationship with your electric bike from RPM Bike Shop today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Word.
Thank you.
So about these desert island TV shows.
So shows. Yeah, so like if you didn't have access to an electric bike or other TV shows, what shows would you take with you, Dean?
God help us when Nick becomes in charge.
You seem to be pretty in touch with desert island shows. What's one that you're going to take with you?
All right, I had a couple different criteria here, and I'm assuming we all had the same idea. You're thinking rewatchability. And the amount of episodes you get in the thing, right?
Yeah.
And then also the entertaining value speak for itself. So I'm going to go with a very long-running show that had a lot of episodes, and everybody loves it. It's MASH.
I thought you were going to say everybody loves Raymond.
No, Jesus, no. No, MASH was like I've said in the past, was a staple in my house. Hell, staple in my house now. I'm not going to flip past a rerun and not stop and watch it. I love MASH. I grew up on MASH, and I could watch all whatever 200 whatever episodes, and then start back at the beginning.
200.
Start again.
How many seasons of MASH
like
were
10.
there?
A good 10. At
Yeah,
least.
there was a lot. Well, while we're doing this, I'll look up some shows that way I can get a little bit of information there. But yeah, MASH had, I think it was like 200 and I don't know why the number 208 comes up, but yeah, MASH.
What years was MASH active?
Started in the 70s, ended like 82, I believe.
My mom loves MASH so much, I got her the box set of the complete series with the movie. Yet, how does she watch it more commonly? Every night on fucking television.
Yep,
But that's okay. That's okay.
Can't mess with the formula.
Nope. That's okay.
Right.
72 to 83. 72 to 83.
72 to 83.
Ran.
Okay.
Yes. There you have it. 11 seasons. There you
11.
Go.
Wow.
That's a long
Season.
And there was
show.
a movie as well?
251 episodes.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a movie first, and then the series sort of just retold the story. I think, right, Dean, of the movie, and then obviously it ran from there.
Same characters. The only actor.
Same act? Oh, okay.
No. Oh, there was only one. Radar, played by Gary Berghoff.
Yep.
Was the only actor and character that came from the movie and went to the TV show.
Yep.
Well, there you go. Do you get to bring the movie, or does that not count with the TV show?
I think I can stick with the TV show. 251 episodes is a pretty good stretch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So who's next? Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. My name is Nick. I'll go next.
Next.
This is the staple in my home as well. Friends, easy one. The first one.
Yep.
It is I can't imagine my life without it. It's even though maybe it's a wasted pick because I've seen every episode no less than probably 50 times. So I could probably they're in there. You know what I mean?
That proves the point.
But yes, rewatchability.
Rewatchable.
Yeah. So there again, you got 10 seasons. That would get me through a lot. I see it Friends every single day. There again, grew up watching it. Watched it through my adult life.
236 episodes.
Yeah,
of Friends.
So definitely Friends would be a must that I would absolutely have to bring.
There you go.
Good choice.
Thank you.
I have one again. I've mentioned I haven't watched lately. I need to go back and pick it up and catch it. You get caught up a little bit. I think I've missed several seasons now, but I watched it for many years. Still on the air, the longest running animated show in television history, behind Dean's head there on video. I'm going to give you The Simpsons. 30 plus seasons of The Simpsons. Never gets, every episode, I can watch one now and I'm sure it'll make me laugh. Extremely well written, voiced, the whole thing.
762 episodes.
Man, think about that. You think about that for a second. You could watch an episode a day for a couple years.
Yeah.
With The Simpsons alone. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. So all the criteria that Dean talked about at the very beginning with rewatchability, volume of content, etc. The Simpsons definitely fits all those categories for sure.
1,000%.
Yep.
I grew up on
this list. Go ahead, Dean. Sorry, go ahead.
I grew up on The Simpsons, and now Carter's into The Simpsons.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a weird and wild kind of to see that, right? To see something you grew up in now he's growing up on just the same. So very cool.
It's
now
crazy.
with The Simpsons, would you think like whatever point you get stranded on this desert island, you have from that moment backwards, right? Even though it's still running, you don't get new Simpsons.
Correct.
You get Simpsons from the point you're dropped off
you're
or
stranded.
whatever.
Yep. If
Correct.
it was today, you'd get 762.
All right. There we go.
Yep. There you go.
Cool. Good pick.
So my next one, my next TV series, is beyond rewatchable for me. I can recite it. I love it. The characters, the acting.
60 minutes.
Let me tell you something, everybody. You didn't think you'd get a Mickey Rooney impression,
Very
did
good. That was not Mickey. That was not him. Yeah, go ahead, please.
you? I know people are very confused. Scrubs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once again, lasted 9 seasons. I now listen to the podcast, which they just finished up the main show of reviewing, which was how many? It was because it started on it was like 9 seasons and it was 182 episodes. Started on NBC and then moved to ABC for the last episode or last season. Again, Nick, if it was readily available like Friends is, I would do the same. Just
It is.
No, but like if you go on the channel guide because I have cable still, you go on the channel guide.
Oh, okay.
Friends is always somewhere running.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotcha.
Scrubs isn't, right? I mean, and I don't go and search things out like that, like on streaming or whatever. But if it was like hell, I watch a lot of Andy Griffith because, when I sit down after dinner and turn on the guide and there's Andy Griffith. So, which is not on my list, but actually it could be a good, nice honorable mention.
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, for me, Scrubs.
Nice. Okay. Great show. Fantastic. Absolutely love Scrubs. My next one, this is going to be like my Simpsons pick, essentially, because of all the memories it holds for me over the years. Once again, still running Saturday Night Live. I would need all of Saturday Night Live because, there's been so many episodes, so many over the years. I was telling you guys previously about the channel on Peacock that is just, there's 2 different ones. There's one that's just plays old SNL episodes, randomly, and then others that's just basically SNL sketches on shuffle. Like you might see one from, the 70s and then one from the 90s and then one from last week and so on and so forth. So as I watch that channel, I find that I'll come across a sketch that I completely forgot about. Like once it starts, I'm like, oh my God, yeah, I remember this really well. And I even remember like where certain lines are, but it's, probably been 20 years since I've seen it. So I kind of completely forgot about it. So that would definitely keep me busy for a long time. There's this is season like 49.
Keep you busy for 939 episodes.
Right. So that's definitely I'm going to get a lot of bang for my buck out of there. So, and it would as I'm isolated from human contact and society around me, it's almost like a little snippet of pop culture history through the years. So
sure,
I would take Saturday Night Live with me.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay, well, again, I'm sure we're gonna have overlap in this thing here, and it's a show that I know Dean and I have enjoyed for many years, and Nick even talked about it.
I knew this.
Started to watch it on
the same one.
Yeah, Seinfeld. So again, just fits all. Again, you don't even have to watch it in chronological order. That's one of the beauties about that show. It does, there's a storyline there that it does play out chronologically, but it's not necessary. Yeah. You can pick up any episode practically at any time, and it's entertaining. It's going to make you laugh. There's always multiple stories going on in every episode. It's realistic in some respects. Just great show. So I would never get tired of watching Seinfeld endlessly for many years.
I keep getting in trouble lately because Seinfeld is on so much, and whether it be syndication or people putting on streaming at bars where I'm sitting with people and I get distracted because and it's on mute. I can't hear it. Yep. I can hear it up here.
Right.
I know what they're saying, so I'm laughing my ass off while people are trying to talk to me at a bar. And I can't be bothered by them. I'm trying to watch Seinfeld.
Right.
Although I'm only into the 3rd season, I can already I can see why that would make the list because it is a fantastic show.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. I actually did a kind of a double put shot on my number 3 because I kind of figured Brian was going to double up on Seinfeld, so I'm going to replace Seinfeld. I'll let him have Seinfeld. I'm going to go with one of my favorite TV shows ever in the history of mankind. I'm going Quantum Leap. I think it only ran. I don't even have to look this one up. I think there's 98 episodes altogether. But it again, one of those where you don't have to watch in chronological order. There's a few special episodes or whatever that did make sense, in canon back to back. But no, it was anthology. He was in a different person each time, and kind of like Brian in his 20s.
Different person every time. That's right. Yep.
That's right. In a different person every time.
Yeah, that's right.
In a different, yeah. So
every weekend.
In a new person. So Quantum Leap is my number 3 on my list.
Very good. That's good.
Nikolai.
So I didn't even look up from his paper. Very good. Yes, that was me.
I can say that because Allie would never.
That's right.
This.
That's right.
It was great.
If she's gracious enough to listen, it's only for the first 5 minutes. She's certainly not here now.
Yeah. She ain't coming in, holding on to this long.
Nope. And she would admit that to me. I mean, it's not even. Yeah, it's. Do you listen to the show, honey? Nope.
Whatever this is. Yeah, have fun doing whatever this is.
Yep, whatever this is.
Just to be safe, tell her that the main, our main topic this week was Kiss, and she ain't even coming close to it.
Nope. Although she did answer this question, I'll share her answers later. Actually, she did.
All right.
She always asks what the topic is, and she always talks about it, and she would typically give me her answers to whatever our questions are too. So I do have Allie's answers. I'll share later.
Actually, I have a couple from Megan too.
Good. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Robin does not care that Nick does this podcast, so she has no answer.
I don't think she knows I'm doing it until I come down here. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You still doing that? Yeah. Yeah.
Why? Yeah.
I don't know. 3 years. Feels weird to stop now. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's great. Just like this relationship.
We've been here long enough. What are we going to do?
You know what I mean?
Yep.
We're too old for anybody else. Come on. What are we doing here?
Go ahead, Nick.
All right. Is it my turn?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
I am going to go. This show only gave me 3 seasons, but as far as comedy sitcoms go, it is probably my second favorite of all time, and it's called Happy Endings. It was a very friends dynamic, 6 20-somethings living together in Chicago. Not living together, but a group of friends in Chicago.
It's like if Friends and New Girls fucked.
Yeah, well, that, or I was going to say Scrubs, but it was from I think some of the writers or producers or something from Scrubs made Happy Endings. But it's a very similar. It is Scrubs in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
The jokes, the cut scenes, a lot of the type of humor I'd say is very much akin to Scrubs. Happy Endings, like I said, it was on ABC for 3 seasons. It didn't last as long as they had hoped, but it's kind of through streaming and things like that become pretty popular. I would definitely recommend it if you like if you like Scrubs. Certainly, it is in the vein of New Girl. And Friends and all that kind of stuff. If you like those shows, you would absolutely love Happy Endings. So I would take Happy Endings.
It was a funny ass show.
It really was. Yeah, that's another one. I sometimes when I'm just kind of burnt out, just for whatever reason, I feel like switching it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I throw Happy Endings on and just watch it over and over and over again as well. So that's definitely one I'd have to have. Yep. So Brian.
By the way, don't look up the reboot of Happy Endings starring Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson. Don't look that up.
They're totally different.
Different feel.
Yeah.
Not good.
Totally different ending.
Yeah. Yes. Not pleasant.
Yeah. One ends with one getting canceled. The other ends with getting a giant fucking contract. Right. Guess which one was which?
Guaranteed. Yeah.
The fuck.
Boy. Yeah. One of my favorite shows of all time. Extremely well written, well acted. We've mentioned this show on favorite couples. recently, favorite fictional couples, Modern Family. Here, guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Ran from 2009 to 2020, several seasons. Again, that was another show. To me, again, that was one of the best written shows in television history.
It's
in
very
my
clever.
book.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yes.
absolutely. Great premise. Definitely was different.
Yeah, so many interesting characters. I love the different family dynamics they portrayed. I just thought that was a very interesting premise. And it really was a modern take on a family, right? So,
and you get Ed O'Neill for a bunch more years in your life.
Just fantastic. Again, they're all great.
Yeah.
Even the kids were all wonderful here. But Ty Burrell is the dad. That guy cracked me up.
He is amazing.
Man,
amazing.
Yeah. It was like watching almost like a Clark Griswold type guy every single week. You know what I'm saying? So just fantastic.
Without the underpinned anger of Clark.
Yeah.
It was all of
truly he was pure.
He was very that's the exact word, pure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So great show. I miss it, and definitely one I would be more than happy to sit down and revisit on several occasions.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Dean? Yep.
All right. I'm thinking outside the box, gentlemen. Like I always do. And I know Brian has already gone animation, but I'm going to go the ultimate animation. I'm going the Looney Tunes.
Oh boy, yeah,
definitely a lot of content there.
There's a lot of content. I can't even I looked up. Altogether, there was 1,002 shorts.
Wow.
From like 1930s. I mean, they break it down from the 30s and 40s, but still, there was a lot of them. They weren't half hour. They were, 5-10 minutes at a time. But you add all those up, that's my childhood. You have everything you want, from everything of pop culture as a kid. Like when I say pop culture, I mean like culture. Like a different what was that? Killed a wabbit. I learned opera and classical music and all sorts of shit like that from Bugs Bunny.
Sure.
I think actually there's a quote in Seinfeld where Jerry quotes Bugs Bunny, and Elaine, disgusted, turns around and goes, "Do you know anything about culture that you didn't learn from Looney Tunes?" And he goes, "No, not at all." And I thought of it. I'm like, that's the truth. I learned all Flight of the Valkyrie. They did that.
Yeah.
All sorts of different culture stuff Looney Tunes gave me as a kid, and I pulled it up in the recent past to show my kids, and it still holds up just the same. It's still fantastic. So Looney Tunes makes number 4 on my list.
Yeah, fantastic. Nice. Yeah, certainly those were, again, those were made for the theater. They were made for adults going to see a movie in a movie theater to play before the movie. So that's why they had the extra, production of the music and the animation, everything. It just, and Mel Blanc, again, it was genius. He's a genius. He was a genius. Yes, absolutely. Voice actors, in history, Mel Blanc is definitely on that mountain, no question about it. That's actually a good topic for another time, maybe. But anyway,
sure,
good stuff. All right, Nick.
Yeah. So it's funny you just had an animated one, because my next one is an animated show as well. It's my favorite cartoon of all time and is still running also. And that is not because it's been on the air for a long time. In fact, it's a relatively new cartoon, but it's still running on Cartoon Network. Teen Titans Go is my favorite cartoon of all time. It's probably my favorite kids show of all time. And it's one that was introduced to me by my children. And it is far and away my favorite thing that they've ever watched. Both of my kids have gone through stages of being really into that show, and I find it fucking hysterical. So it would definitely take that one, because A, it reminds me of my children, and B, it's hilarious. It's so good. So it's by far the best thing that has had a DC property attached to it. So Teen Titans Go, the cartoon on Cartoon Network. I would take Teen Titans Go as well. And there again, I think they're probably in season. I don't know. It's probably like been 8 or 9, maybe even 10. It's been on for a little while, so I probably got a good amount of episodes there to watch as well. So, Teen Titans Go.
Excellent. Well, I have an overlap with Dean. I'll just elaborate further on MASH. They made my list as well. So that show goes back to family television night viewing in my time. And, again, certainly it ran before the days of VHS and all that stuff. It was just you sat down and watched the show, or you missed it, and it was definitely something very nice about those memories. MASH is on tonight. Get the popcorn, get everything ready, sit down, and just many, many years of watching MASH with my parents. So that in itself has a lot of fond memories there. Plus, as Dean already said, just one of the best written and acted shows, from comedy to very, very serious.
They did it all perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, death and war and hell and suffering and misery, and they were all there together and finding a way to laugh through it. Go ahead.
And Google, I don't know if it's on YouTube, but I can remember where I watched it. But you can watch episodes of MASH without the laugh track.
Oh,
and
man.
Boy, does it change it.
I bet.
And I don't hate it. Like, I kind of dig it. Like, even with the jokes, where where you don't have the comedy, it's kind of like the Office, where you don't have the comedy, or you don't have the laughter behind the jokes. The jokes stand for themselves, and it just kind of proves you're like, oh, it really could have worked without that laugh track. That's my only argument on MASH.
Yeah, that's good. I still need to watch that special that was on air recently, where they sort of recapped it or something like that. So I need to find that. Okay. All right. There you go. MASH.
Beautiful.
Pass the MASH.
Nick, 393 is the number of episodes of Teen Titans Go.
There you go.
Okay.
There you
cool.
go.
Good amount there. All right.
And
look who's the stat man now.
Look at this.
All the episode details. Look at that.
That's good.
All right. So my number 5, the final one on my list, I will have some honorable mentions, but final on my list is I loved it since I was a child. I love it today, and I will always love it. It brings me joy. It brings me happiness. Because it incorporates action, adventure, and comedy, and everything in between. A lot of people, I don't know. Well, more people are getting it lately than usual, than it has in the past. But I'm going with Monday Night Raw.
Okay,
there you go.
There has been 1,606 episodes of Monday Night Raw.
Man,
it has been on since 1993, and is still moving strong, and has just signed a $5 billion for that show alone to be on Netflix for the next 10 years, starting the first Monday in January of 2025.
I was thinking, how is it possible there's that many episodes when we've talked about The Simpsons, Saturday Night Live.
They don't go.
But there are no seasons. It is literally every fucking Monday.
You get. I was thinking about it. You get about 51 episodes, 51 new episodes, and the one that you don't get is if it falls on Christmas or New Year's Eve. Actually, they do Christmas, but like if it falls on New Year's Eve that Monday, they'll do a best of. It's still kind of live, like they're showing what's happened, but there's still a person there giving you the recap. So it's 52 live episodes.
Wow. Crazy.
Since 1993.
Yeah.
Damn. So,
we've just signed a contract with Freevee.
Oh, good.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yes. But our lawyer really dropped the ball on that one. I have to tell you that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
good
did we buy a fucking shirt yet?
Dick.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
For my final submission. So I've had basically nothing but things that make me laugh, and I love to laugh, and especially, if I'm stranded on a desert island, maybe some laughter is going to be good. But sometimes you want to switch it up, and I would need a good drama and something that has given me a lot of fantastic dramatic acting performances over the years. A little bit of gore, a lot of nudity. Game of Thrones, and one historically bad final season. But cinematically speaking, or from a cinematography standpoint, the way it's filmed is fantastic. The dialogue is great. The writing just incredible. So I would definitely have to take Game of Thrones because despite its shortcomings in its final season, all the seasons before were just masterful television, the best I can ever recall seeing anywhere. So Game of Thrones.
Gotta love dragon boobs.
Was my last one. Love dragon boobs. Yes, Game of Thrones. Brian?
Very good. Very good. One of my favorite shows of all time, so much so that I've had it's actually tattooed on my body.
Mr. Rogers.
Represent it. No, I just have one tattoo of Mr. Rogers. I won't show you where that is, but
I've seen it.
Yeah, let's just say there's a skin tag involved. But anyway, but first of all, I will say where I got these tattoos, Golden Heart Tattoos. Now, actually, the great news here, I actually talked to Scott on the phone this week. He was very excited, reached out to me, which I was very happy, just out of the blue. Contacted me to share the exciting news that you guys already know as well, of course, that they're actually going to be moving to a new location soon. So there'll be more information on that forthcoming. But the new studio should be opening up very soon. They're very excited. It's like a lovely space. Probably overall, great space for them, nicer than where they are now. And it's just a good situation for these guys. So very happy for Scott and Greg. But for now, it's still Golden Heart Tattoo. You can find them on Facebook at Golden Heart Norton. Give them a call at 234-706-2982 and say, guys, I want to see the new location in wonderful, historic downtown Wadsworth, and they will be happy to get you on the books in the new location opening very soon. We'll share the new name and everything as soon as they have all that finalized and all that good stuff. So the show I'm talking about is The Twilight Zone, guys. It's only like 6 seasons. I have the box set now, but that's a show that I could just watch over and over again, the same episodes, and you could pick up on different things as you rewatch certain episodes. It's just, again, in my opinion, just brilliantly written. Rod Serling did many, many episodes, but other writers did as well. Just and some iconic actors in its time in the early to late 60s when it aired. So just big
October
names
of 1959 to June of 1964, Brian.
There you have it. Okay, great.
Standing at 156 episodes.
Thank you. So, not a huge library, but one that I could sit down and rewatch over and over again. So I would definitely choose The Twilight Zone on my desert island.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right, boys. Do you guys have any honorable mentions?
Yes. Go ahead, Dean.
All right. I'll instead of going, since they're honorable mentions, I'll run through mine real quick. You had to have, like Nick said, I did have Quantum Leap, which is action adventure, but it's not a comedy. So, but my hour-long drama would be Breaking Bad.
Yeah, okay. That's on mine as well.
Okay.
I had to have Night Court, at least of the honorable mentions. And then for Megan's 2 picks, she picked Cheers and The Office, which I'm like, oh, of course. That makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
And then the Andy Griffith Show, like I mentioned before. And my last one, it's not on streaming. I think we've touched on why, but it's a shame. I'd like to see it more. I loved it as a kid. But my final honorable mention is the Drew Carey Show.
Yeah, good show.
Nice.
Good.
Nikolai, you got honorable mentions?
I do. I also had Breaking Bad because that's just there again. It is such a great drama, and you know how it ends and everything, but like it's so compelling to watch time and again. Even though, I mean, I feel like comedies kind of lend themselves more to the rewatchability factor.
Yeah.
But Breaking Bad, it doesn't even matter. Like it's such a good show.
Each
I would say
episode is like a movie.
Yeah, that was one show that I'm like, people build stuff up and then you go and watch it and it's either not as funny or as gripping or as great as everybody said. That show, I swear to God, was every bit as good, if not better, than everyone ever told
Agreed.
me it was.
100%.
I mean, just lived up to every bit of every hype. So definitely Breaking Bad was on mine. Also, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, of course, my touch of childhood. I would love to bring Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with me. And I mean, if you go with Power Rangers at large, there's a lot of content there. I don't know that I want to see all the seasons. I mean, I was really in it for the first 4 or 5, but
just bring those ones.
There's certainly a lot there.
You're splitting the box set.
Yeah. So, those are the main ones I had written down. Another one that I was thinking of as we were talking that would be great. Again, not a lot. You're only talking like 3 seasons. Chappelle's Show, though. Goddamn, great show. Infinite rewatchability. Chappelle's Show.
That would be good. Yeah.
Man, that would be a good one to have as well. But did not make my top 5. But that's about it for me. Brian, honorable mentions?
That's good as far as laugh ratio to episode. That's a great one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Iconic.
Yes. Mine, I have also Cheers, Walking Dead. Sure. Yeah, again, I mentioned some of that. I think it was a huge library, many. I think it's another one, like 10 seasons, something like that. So a lot of ebbs and flows with that show. Horror element, everything else. So if you're not looking to laugh, you just want to get to, the drama.
They had horrors on there? Well, I would have watched it if I knew that.
Horror.
Yeah. That's being even more of a horror, Dean, is what that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I thought, America's Got Talent. So if I want to be reconnected to human, talent and something to go back, if you're stuck on an island, you want to stay connected like that. Again, several seasons of that, all kinds of different acts, comedy, singing, amazing talent. And I think it counts about Jeopardy to go back and until that time, go back and watch all the episodes. Yeah, absolutely. See the great Alex Trebek for many years hosting again. So
glorious 80s mustache.
That's right. You get some learning in there, like you said. So that's
keep your mind sharp.
That's right.
That's right.
Allie's selections, by the way, she had 4. She also had Modern Family, SpongeBob SquarePants, which is just a great show on the year. A huge content there. Expedition Unknown she likes, and the Great British Bake Off she would like to see as well. So that's what we got. Okay. Yes.
Nice.
And nobody picked Flavor of Love. All right. Well,
nope.
Maybe next time.
Nope.
Or Rock of Love. Come on.
Or Rock of Love. Yeah.
If it had more seasons, maybe another couple of seasons, that might have made consideration for sure.
They found their footing, just right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep. I almost had the Nick washes feet. Just not enough episodes.
But the ones there were quality.
Yeah, when you talk about boners per capita, I mean, my goodness, that is just,
it's off the chart.
I mean,
off the chart.
Yeah, it's not unlike the Chappelle
I have
show.
one thinking about it right now.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Fucking little toe.
That's right. And some out there,
you know
guys,
what you're doing, baby toe.
That's right.
I'm gonna put him on my mouth like a pinky.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Brian. Go ahead. Sorry. I get into Nick's feet. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
It's very distracting.
It is.
I get it. I get it. Well, some might be picking that show, and some others might be picking the Convincing Idiots library of shows. You never know. You never know.
There's now 181 of them, baby.
That's right.
Ooh,
that's right.
Ooh. Just get me all warm. It's hot here.
That's right. Play our cards right. You might get to 185. You never know.
I don't think Brian saw what you did. You didn't see him show his little tootsies on the YouTube show
No,
there
I
on the
missed it,
camera.
damn it.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
Dude, you mentioned the Tootsies, and now the YouTube numbers are going to fucking spike.
There you go.
Now everybody's got to watch the YouTube show.
That's right.
That's right. All right. Well, Nick, why don't we wrap up another episode that people could watch on a desert island someday, or perhaps a luxury bunker, or wherever they're seeing us right now, sir, or listening to us right now.
If you were stranded on a desert island and were only allowed to take a certain amount of podcasts, we're certain that we would be along for the ride with you, and we would keep you company.
Or at least a real close number 7.
Yeah, we're up in there. We're at least top 25, I think. Maybe for some people.
That's almost safe. Yeah.
Yeah. So, fortunately for you, you are not stranded on a desert island. You still have access to all the luxuries of life, including the internet. So, be sure to stop by, give us a like, a follow, a subscribe, a rate, a review, and all the other fun things on all your favorite social media accounts. You can find links to each and every one of them on our link tree. So go to Google and type in Convincing Idiots Linktree, LANKTREE, or go to our website, that is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. So, luckily, unless you get stranded on a desert island, we'll see you right back here next week for another episode of Convincing Idiots. I am Millennial Nick.
I am the Zennial Dean.
Gen X Brian.
I wish I was Gen X Brian.
Convinced you that we are worthy of being your stranded companions.
Did you just see that shit? If you liked what you saw, like and subscribe. Come back. You're going to want to.
Ham gravy.
Can she hear us?
Yeah. It's about the same, I think.
You're not the same.
I think it is.
Robin, you're a smelly pirate hooker.
You're a fucking idiot.
Oh, she can't hear us. She's just choosing to ignore
Yours
us.
was too real.
You
Don't
son
say
of a
things.
bitch.
She was just messing around. Yours was too real. Too close to home.